Hello and welcome to the Football Manager Society episode 5 of my Manchester City challenge. And as you can see, Barcelona at home in the Champions League handed a tough group. In my first game we drew 1-1 with Schalke away, which I thought was an okay result. More importantly, lately we've gone completely off the boil. No winning 5 in all competitions after a blistering start. And it's really trying to get this form back. As you see, I've slightly adjusted the formation of Kolarov, and James Milner's playing in there at the minute because Richards and Zabaleta are both injured, and they've really pushed on to their position is actually a wing back, not just their role. So Barcelona, disappointing start for them in the Champions League group. They only drew with Lille 0-0, and it's one of those dilemmas. Whether you go out and attack Barcelona, you can get a result, especially at home, possibly. But then a wiser tactic might be to sit back a bit. If you sit back, concede early, your whole game plan's gone out the window. So I'm going to go brave, and I'm going to go and attack Barcelona. And just see, already the physicality. And if you look at that squad there, Song, Busquets, Neymar, Sanchez, Costa, Messi, they're really playing with a front four. On the bench, to Stegen on the bench with Olazábal in the squad, which is surprising. No Xavi, no Iniesta, Sergi Gomez playing centre back, and Rakitic. It's not the strongest squad defensively. In attack, obviously Costa, Messi, Sanchez, Neymar. You can't really complain with an attack like that. It's going to be a tough game. I've also, as I mentioned in the description of my Southampton video, I'm going to play it in 2D for two reasons. Hopefully the audio and the video will be more in sync doing it this way, because I noticed last time the commentary was a couple of seconds out of sync, and also for upload times to YouTube it's a lot quicker, I've heard. Anyway, and I've told them to go and give the fans their money's worth. Varane's look to switch off was never good. Might be something I might have to address. But let's start the match, and I reckon if we can get to half-time in a respectable position, and we can really start to put pressure on Barcelona and push them all the way. A loss, it would be a poor result. It wouldn't be a poor result because it would be an expected result against such high opposition, but it would not do well for my Champions League group after that draw against Schalke. It was a really poor result, but here's Toure. We've just got to wait, because they've got a lot of pace in attack, Barcelona. We've just got to make sure we don't get suckered into a counter-attack, especially with leaving those four up there. And the two wide midfielders, Neymar and Sanchez, they're going to cheat. They're not going to track back and do their defensive jobs. And that's going to cause problems, especially for my wing-backs, because I don't want them to push too far on Kolarov and Milner, because it would leave 4-on-2 at the back. But alternatively, that can swing in my favour. As you see, first 16 minutes, a fairly cagey affair, nothing really happening. Telling me about James Milner to play in a more familiar position. I'm training him to play there, but really is the only reliable option I have besides Zabaleta and oh, it's 1-0 and it's Nasri. Oh, it's brilliant. 8 minutes before half-time, and Man City move up to first position. Because I don't know if you just saw there, Lille have just taken the lead against Schalke, and Nasri has put Manchester City ahead. Now, if we can hold out to half-time, it'd be a brilliant half from us. I've had a few injury problems as well. Navas out injured, Zabaleta and Richards have said. I've tried to incorporate Jack Rodwell into the squad. He's a good save from Olazábal. But in the two games he's played, he's been very poor, barely reaching a 6 rating. So I've dropped him, and Verratti obviously back in. Verratti's been good so far. Nasri was out injured until the previous game as well. That's how I'm happy with how they're performing. A good response to that. Sets it up nicely for a good second half. It's important to try and use the ball well against Barcelona. Don't give the ball away, because there's going to be long periods of play, understandably. You're not going to have much possession. And when you get it back, there is that tendency to try and rush everything you're doing. A good save from Malazbel again. This is where we can hurt them, from set pieces. And here's Silva, edge of the box, into Shaqiri. It's whipped back out to Kolarov. Song should get it clear, and he does. I see Shaqiri is struggling. But as I was saying, it's important to use that possession and not rush when you get the ball. There we see, look, not really many options. If we put Nazi onto the left wing. Do we bring on the experience of Lampard, or do we bring on the athletic ability of Fernandinho? I'm going to go with the experience of Lampard in this situation. As we approach the hour mark. Sergio Aguero, he hasn't been outstanding for me so far. He scored 1 against Southampton. But apart from that, he hasn't been really influential in the game. I'm going to bring Negredo on. Has a bit more pace. Well, not a bit more pace, but a bit more power. A bit more of a physical presence up front. And hopefully we can see out this game. I'm going to change my control tactics. Everyone just drops a little bit deeper. We're not inviting pressure on. But it just makes sense with those last 5-10 minutes left. As we approach the last 5 minutes, see if we can make another sub, just to waste a bit of time. But I don't really want to damage the team too much. We've got David Silva playing the holding midfield role there. So David Silva can come off for Fernandinho. He can play just to put those two centre backs. And as Joe Hart knocks it forward. Just 2 minutes left of added time now. Busquets into the area. Milner looks like he caught him, and it's a foul by Busquets, in fact. Here's Fernandinho. He's just wasted time in the middle of the park there. It's good. And Verratti back to Hart. 20 seconds left now. We should win this. Oh, Lampard well played, winning the ball back. This is what I mean, Lampard, a bit of experience. Just using the ball really nicely. And there we go. What a result. What an important result. 1-0 over Barcelona. Let's have a look at the stats. I'd like to see the possession stats. And look at that. Look at that. We've dominated the possession, really. And we've played really well. And that's a testament to philosophy and the tactic that we've got going. And I'm really happy with that performance and that result. So yeah, I think that's going to be all for me from this episode. I'm not sure when the next episode is going to be. I'll have to, again, look at the fixtures, look for this any competitive, real interesting competitive games that stick out for me. Or I might just do an updated episode in the next 5 to 10 games on the career. Anyway, that's all from Football Manager Society. Thanks for watching.